are indoctrinated with this concept that love, like we have to fall in love, or we have to find love, and we have to find love with this special soulmate. And we've been given this misconception that love is based upon your desires. So let me explain to you. Like, sometimes we fall in love. Like when we fall in love, it's like we give something and we expect something in return, right? And that's not love, because love has no conditions to it, right? Love is not transactional, yeah, like give and take. Like it's not a business in that way. Or some of us, like we want to be in love because we want to feel validated, or we want to feel approval, or we want to feel like we belong. That's not love. That's dependency. You're depending on someone to make you feel a certain way, right? So what is love? Well, love is unconditional. It's limitless. Love is not what you want, it's who you are. You either are love or you aren't it. So it's a state of being. Love is a state of being. It's not what you can get. It's not what you can benefit. It's not what you can give. It's just a state of being, right? So I feel like so many of us sisters, or so many of us women, especially like ambitious women, that when you're ambitious, like you can self-sabotage and say to yourself that, oh, like I'm too ambitious for these men out there, you know, I'm too ambitious, I'll never find a man to love me because I'm just too confident, I'm too ferocious, I'm too fierce, I got my stuff together, what man is going to want me? And I find this so much with, like, I speak to so many people, like so many entrepreneurial women who are killing it, thriving, have successful businesses, but their relationships are either dead or non-existent. They're either in unfulfilling relationships, even in abusive relationships, right? Or they're in they can't even find their partner. They can't find anyone to love. And then I realized it's not because you are too good for someone. It's not because you are too anything for someone. It's because you have a misconception of love. That's all it is. And I want to refer to an ayah in the Quran where Allah says, good men are for good women and bad men are for bad women. Okay, now this is the peak point, right? This is where it gets peak, okay, guys? That ayah, you can interpret as this. If you're looking for a good guy, if you know you're a good woman and you're looking for a good guy, stop looking for bad people, right? Stop looking for a rude boy. Stop looking for like a criminal. Stop looking for some street boy to like change and fix. And this is what happens when we start looking for things outside of ourselves. When we start looking to fix things. I feel like so many of us women, like even some men as well, like if you are a good woman, you know you have good qualities, go find that quality in someone else. That's it. That's what that ayah means. You attract who you are. But if you're a good woman and you want a bad boy, you want a rude boy, you want some thug, you want some street boy, and you start crying when he goes to prison, that's your fault. Because you got with him to change him and to fix him, and you can't change no man. You can't fix a man, you can't fix anyone, you can only fix yourself. This is what Allah says. He will not change the condition of people until they change themselves. You have to fix yourself. Okay? Same with like if you're a bad person, in the sense that you like gossip, you like conflict, you love drama, then go with a rude boy. Go with a criminal. Go with a guy who's like that kind of street thug and all this stuff. Go with that guy. That's your ideal man, right? But don't get with a good guy and try and change him. That's not going to work either. Don't get with a good guy and try and make him into a street boy. Just don't do that. Because end of the day, it's like sometimes we go into relationships to fix people. I think that's what we do. Most of us subconsciously are trying to fix people, because we don't want to fix ourselves. And that's the point I'm trying to make here. This is why Allah says good men are for good women and bad men are for bad women. Same with men. Like brothers, if you are dating a girl before marriage, right, and then she's not wearing hijab, and then all of a sudden you get married to her and you want her to wear hijab, hello mate, where did we miss that? Escalated quickly. Like, where did we miss this boat? Like, weren't we just clubbing the day before we got married? Weren't we just chilling in the shisha lounge, and now you're telling me you have to become religious now? Come on now. You can't fix people. You have to fix yourself, and you attract who you are, right? And that's another thing. If you know that you are going to relationships to fix people, you need to stop it, okay? you need to stop doing that. And I see so many sisters, so many women doing that, so many ambitious women especially doing that, because they feel like I'm inadequate, I'm not good enough, I'm not whole, so let me just go and fix someone, let me just complete another project. That's what it sounds like. Let me go and complete another. And I know this because I've done this myself. When I got married to the father of my children, and then we got divorced, I got married to another man, and I felt like I got married to him because I wanted to fix him. He was having issues with his ex, and I felt like, okay, let me be the heroine in this story. Let me be his hero so he can love me and fall in love with me. But no, it didn't work that way. Okay, we got divorced 4 months later, and then I winded up back with the father of my kids, and then that ended up in divorce again, because I didn't go in with the intention to fix a person, but subconsciously, because I had so much trauma around relationships, because I had, experienced sexual abuse as a child, because I had been bullied, and my confidence was knocked. I had trauma. I had layers of trauma that I needed to heal before I could go into a relationship. And then when I found out who I really was, I'm quite a cool person. I like peace. I like being happy. I like having a laugh. Sometimes I can be a gangster and talk like a brethren and all this stuff. Like I like to just be me. Like I'm cool. And that means that I can be with someone who's cool like me. And I don't need to fix anyone. That's not my purpose in this life. My purpose in this life is to deliver the message, and that's it. That's my responsibility. It's not my responsibility how people perceive it. That's not my responsibility. Same as my responsibility is to heal myself, right? So that in turn, it has a ripple effect on the people around me. Because I won't be attracting toxic people anymore, and I won't be attracting people who are not good for me. Because when you heal those wounds, sometimes when you attract people, either it's because let's say you attract a toxic person, either it's because you're toxic yourself and you need to heal that, or either it's because you have an unhealed wound, right? And sometimes we attract our wounds, and it's like Allah is showing us, listen, you have a wound that you need to heal. That's the reason why you attracted this person. Because if you don't like stuff like that, because there's people out here who like drama. Okay, there's people who like conflict, and there's people who live for gossip. Okay, but if you know you're not that type of person, but you're attracting that means you have an unhealed wound. You have a wound, an emotional wound. I mean, not like a physical wound, but like an emotional, mental wound that stems from childhood or from something that happened in your past, and you've used that as the story for your life, and that's what's happened. And when it comes to love, you're just falling for people who are mirroring that wound, that internal emotional wound. So yeah, guys, thought I'd make this little video. Hope you enjoyed it. I really hope you benefited from it, because like my experiences in marriage and divorce and all this stuff, like I know a lot. I think I should just create a course around it, to be honest, like how to love yourself unapologetically so that you attract your soulmates. Like I should just do that, right? Who would be interested in a program like that? How to love yourself unapologetically so that you can attract the love of your life. Like, who would love that? Okay, who would? Let me know in the comments below if you would love for me to put all my years of experiences